Hello, good day, guys. My name is Nick, technical analyst of Ztradex, and today we are looking at the analysis on the index features, Dow Jones Index, Dow Jones 30. And first, we'll be talking about fundamental news events surrounding the Dow Jones features stock market. We have seen S&P 50 ending higher, but now we see U.S. stock futures are steady with the recent China de-escalation, Alphabet earnings in focus, while Trump on China trade tensions and deluge ahead, and what's more to come. So basically, today we'll be looking a lot on fundamentals. Then we move down to technicals before where we have to move a lot with chart patterns, support and resistance levels, and a lot more. Now futures dip. We see U.S. stock futures inch lower today, Thursday, as investors keep an eye on a possible softening in President Donald Trump's tariff policies and a bevy of key corporate earnings, which are possibly in the books. The Dow futures, of course, contract have fallen by 189 points, or let's say 0.5%. S&P 500 futures, which slipped by 20 points, or about 0.4%, and NASDAQ 100 futures, which decreased by 95 points, of 0.5%. So the main averages on Wall Street today, we are looking at Dow Jones, which currently is on a very similar and significant consolidation. We are seeing a series of choppy candles, but we are looking out for possibly a push-up with a recent news data. But Trump calls for fair trade deal with China, which is the major news today. Trump has made China one of the most central targets of his aggressive tariffs, pushing levies on imports coming from the country up to at least 145%. And, we have more Alphabet earnings ahead, American Airlines to report, and so on and so on. Gold gains, of course. So these things are what is going to push Dow Jones to have a retest. Gold had been firing, and of course, we have been seeing some replication of these movements on the chart. So today, we are going to have technical analysis on Dow Jones. We need to mark our trend lines, first of all. We put in important zones. This is a very important resistance zone. So we are expecting a touchback up to this zone, which is at 39933. And of course, if possible, it can move ahead to another new zone, which is at 4369.26. So we are looking arguably about 300 pips and extending to possibly 500 plus pips, of course, which is good money. So I'm vouching for a buy on Dow Jones for the short term, pause, and with that, we can put our buyers on for that short term and then secure some profit. So that's our technical analysis on today's features Dow Jones Index 30. I remain your host, Nick. Bye for now.